Buenas tardes, mi nombre es Angela Tzul, soy un líder comunitario con Juntos Colorado en el área de Montbello. Aquí en Juntos Colorado, la cogobernanza es importante para nosotros.
Good evening. My name is Angela Tzul. I am a community leader with Together Colorado in the Montbello area. Here at Together Colorado, co-governance is important to us.
Ahora, para la última pregunta, limitamos su tiempo a 1 minuto cada uno.
And for this next question, you will be limited to 1 minute each.
Si es elegido alcalde, incorporará voces típicamente excluidas del proceso político en su proceso de toma de decisiones y cómo lo haría. Por favor, conteste en inglés para que el intérprete pueda interpretar a nuestros miembros español hablantes.
If elected mayor, will you bring the voices typically excluded from the political process into your decision-making process? And if so, how? And please, we understand you might speak Spanish. Please answer in English for our members.
And that's Kelly first, and you have 1 minute this time.
I'll start by just, since I have 1 minute, giving you an example of how I would share decision-making in identifying cabinet members, which are the people who run the major departments in our city. I would engage community, and I would engage an extremely diverse community, including our Spanish speakers, but also when you look throughout our city, the diversity from people of color to LGBTQ, the entire list of diversity. Each of those cabinet positions, I would put together a stakeholder group who would help identify not only the most critical issues that I have to address or pay attention to in that department, but who are the top applicants you think I should be interviewing to hire in those positions. I would do this for 2 reasons. One, it attracts way more diverse applicants, people who are interested in that work because they believe they have a chance of actually coming through a process where diverse stakeholders are helping identify the talent. 2, I think it makes for better operations later, where there's buy-in and relationship right out of the gate with communities that we need to be working with and ensure we're partnering closer together. Every single structure in my cabinet would be that kind of formation of bringing diverse views together, and not just diverse views, people who fundamentally disagree with how we should be doing the work so we can find a path forward together, much like the mission of this very organization.
Thank you, Kelly. Mike?
Thank you so much. So I'll give 2 examples of what I've done as what I would do going forward as well. I think the key first is being accessible, and being accessible to the people who are farthest away from avenues of power, who aren't going to be able to necessarily get off work to be able to come to an event or know about it in advance. And so that was why I opened a community office when I was in the state senate. That was why I would have office hours around the city where you're in places where people can come to find you and drop in that are convenient for them, late at night after shifts or on weekends or times that are accessible. The second thing I did, I think the transition is important. I think the governing is even more important. When you're actually trying to solve the hard problems of the city, how you're getting input from all those people that have the lived experience. So I built what we call the Citizens Cabinet, which is on any given issue, whether it was criminal justice, whether it was workforce, we had a group of citizens who had lived experience with that. Someone who had been in prison and now was back in the community trying to find a job and couldn't get one. Or someone who had been unemployed for a while and trying to get access to work training but couldn't find the right opportunity or the right program. Being able to have people both with lived experience and with background influence the policy decisions is how I would approach it.
Gracias.
Thank you.